Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. How are we all doing? Carl Smith, Hazy Hayes, Al Humphreys, Ryan McKenzie, William, Brewing. Yeah, we're live at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Hit the like button down below. Right then, beer o'clock. Let's get a beer out. So I'm starting off my evening. Do you know what I thought to myself? Let's treat myself today. I'm always like drinking the leftovers to begin with. And I thought, let's kick things off as we mean to go on. I do like a Krombacher. Treated mal tonight. We had steak and potatoes for tea. Kids were out. Amazing. I love it these days. Love it. Kids are out. One's gone to the cinema. One's gone to town. I went shopping. I knew all about it, of course. I thought, a couple of steaks for me and Mel. Let's enjoy ourselves. So, yeah, we had some steak and potatoes. So how has everybody's week been? How has everybody's day been? How is everybody doing? Hit the like button down below. What are you all drinking on this Friday night at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub? Cheers, everyone. Oh, I love a Friday. Apart from work today, because of course you all know I review. So it's like you know, it's a very different pint. It really is. Because you're thinking on your feet all the time. You're thinking what's going on. Is it bitter, sweet, hoppy, stinging nettles, all this other stuff going on. And you're drinking your drink, you're enjoying the drink, but at the same time, it's not quite like just doing this, you know. Oh. And just enjoying it. Just like saying nothing. Just, lovely. Yeah. Stone the Crow's got the boiler replaced today. Oh dear. Not in penniless cheap beer tonight for me. Well, there we go. Good evening all. I'm having Hertog Jan Grand Pilsner, my richest, lovely beer. I have Alpha Lager on the blade, Afternoon on the blade too. My night will be long. Hazy Haze, you enjoy, mate. Yeah. Hi, Simon, drinking Stellar and Filter, said Connor Jackson. Stephen Jeffrey, evening, Simon, how are you? I'm all right. I'm tripping on logs at the moment. I've been chopping wood in the garden. I've been. Oh God, look at me! I look like I got a comb over. It's in my mouth. Christ. That's just one of many bits of cherry that I chopped up from my cherry tree. I had a massive cherry tree. Some of you probably seen the chainsaw video about just over a year ago, about 13 months ago. I did a chainsaw video. Well, I've been drying this timber ever since. And it's all around me. Right, we'll have a bit of comments. Evening, Simon. How do you like your steak? I'm a Chad on the outside, moo in the middle kind of guy. Oh, I got to crucify the damn thing. My wife's like, you're ruining it. I'm saying, no, I'm not. I eat it as I eat it. I like it like bubblegum, chewy. What did Big Kev say? We got a £5 super chat. There's Big Kev there. Yay, it's Friday. There he is. Hello, Big Kev. How you doing, mate? £5 super chat from Hazy Hayes. Stone the Crows, everyone. Cheers. Sorry. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really, really, really appreciate it. Lovely. Thank you. Let's get that up on the screen. Thank you very much, Hazy Hayes, for the £5 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. Either side decided to switch it up this week and have a Bavarian smoked beer. Delicious, says Jason Shinks. I'm looking for my beer. Oh. I really do like a Friday. I know there's going to be no alarm clocks going off in the morning. Got a football. Football's on tomorrow. So I'm watching a bit of football. Wales kick off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So day in Cardiff for me. So me and the wife, bit of shopping in the morning. You know, get that bit sorted, done. And then we're going to go to the Head of Steam, I think. We're going to go to the Head of Steam in Cardiff. It's a really, really good concept. I love the Head of Steam bars. You've got all your sports on the televisions, a massive selection of beer, and they sell a load of food, like pizza, burgers, that sort of thing. And it's all like proper pub grub, you know? Yeah. So we're going to go and watch the football. So tomorrow's a pretty interesting day. Wish we were in the same time zone. Had to just start drinking at 11 a.m. Look forward to tonight. Oh, George, you want to try 9 o'clock in the morning, mate? Daniel Smith, evening, just on the Erdinger Dunkel tonight. Cheers, says Daniel Smith. Irish Craft Big Island Meat. Smash that like button. Smash the like button down below. We got 171 people in the Stone Crow virtual pub tonight. The Barry Chainsaw Mask. So I got a question. And my question to you guys is, I mean, I know I published that video yesterday. If you know how this kind of bar looks, you'll know that I got my tripod on my beer machines. It's balanced on my beer machines today. But I just want to know what everyone thought of that beer machine video. I just thought to myself, let's be honest. Let's chat with people. Let's be honest with people. Let's kind of just level with people. As I always do, you know. And I just think I just don't use them enough. I wish I had a keg in each one all the time and I had like more time to devote. That's the word, more time to devote to them. But by the time I do all my beer reviews during the week, I want to go to the pub on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday. I want to be in a different place than here because I work here. And I think I forgot to mention that in the review. I think I associate this bar with work. And that's why I probably don't buy as many kegs as I probably should, or you know, that sort of thing. Because it's like a work association thing. I think, let's get to the blooming pub. So I'm looking forward to a day in the pub tomorrow. Anyone been keeping an eye on the snooker this week? Judd Trump on form again. He's always good, isn't he, Judd Trump? He always comes good for the big ones. What have we got coming up? We got the UK Championship coming up soon. I'm looking forward to that one. BBC televised event. ADC is on the Franciscana. Evening all, it's been a while. Hope all is good. Always, hello, always a red. How you doing, mate? Demir 91. Hey, Simon, still on the Crows. Williams, talking to Carl Smith. Just finished the Lithuanian Vice beer you reviewed. Very nice. Just switched to a lovely red wine. Any wine lovers in here? So give some recommendations. I've always said this. I've always maintained this is a virtual pub. This is not like you have to drink beer type of thing. You drink wine, you drink whiskey, you drink vodka, you drink whatever you want. This is a pub. You get to drink what you want in a pub. As long as you're here chatting to me, that's the main thing. Simon, my local Morrison's changed the Crumbacker from 660 to 500, increased the price. A bottle, not a happy chappy. Calvin Dickinson. You know, I think we got old bottles down here now. I don't think in Wales we sell too much of this. Oh no, it's July 24. July 2024. So maybe it's not that old, my bottle. Maybe it's just a case of you're thinking like in Wales, maybe they're like, oh, we better give them the 660s. I don't know. T says, glad the Stone Crow is back on a Friday. And now we got 200 people tuned in. Can we hit the like button down below? If we can hit that like button down below, we will get much more in the way of people tuning in and enjoying and having fun. So if you can hit that like button down below, we'll get more people tuned in to the Stone Crow virtual pub tonight. Hi, Si, I've been away from the channel for a little while. Come back. Wow, your hair has grown, baby. Way more. Yeah, I know. Look at it. I look like Keanu Reeves, don't I? Has anybody watched the Braun stuff thing on the telly? I do. Matt Williams is in Cardiff with the Outlaws. Might see you there. Well, you never know, Matt. I've had Rossini Grand Reserva before. Still enjoyed it. It's still quality from Aldi. Hazy Haze in there. Quality beer. Irish craft beer guy Alan Mead has put a membership in. Hit the membership down below, if you so wish. Why is Simon, your hair is flowing like the salmon of Capistrano? Plenty to stick. You've had plenty of stick about your hair in the past, but it looks fab. I'm kind of like, I'm happy now. It's got to that kind of length now, haven't it? Where, do you know what I like about it? It's brown. It's my normal hair colour. I haven't gone grey just yet. But my face looks like an old man, doesn't it, at the moment? And I just like the fact that my hair looks younger than my face. That's why I'm keeping it. Michael Richards with a £10 super chat. Hit the like button, guys. So hit the like button down below. Thank you very, very much, Michael Richards, for the £10 super chat. Nemerton Brewing's in. Christy Whittingham says hi. Say hi to my husband Ryan. Hello Ryan, how you doing, mate? From Kirsty, sorry. My apologies. Brad says sort your hair out. Get kegs on offer. Simple. Well, Luke, I suppose so. George Britting says, curious what your favourite fresh hop beer was this season. I don't think I had one, to be honest. Probably some kind of really nice tasting German lager. Nemerton says, love the long hair. Let's get to this. Where's this super chat? Oh my goodness, I've missed loads of comments. That's why. Dog's windows in. Oi, Simon. How we doing? So there's the super chat. Thank you very much, Michael Richards. I really appreciate the £10 super chat. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Dog's Window Brewery. Oi, Simon. Now, I did the 2 beer reviews at the same time. That's coming up kind of like any minute now, Dog's Window. And the other one, the Holy Goat beer, that's coming up kind of pretty much. So believe it or not, I got a bit of a backlog at the moment. So when I went to Bridgend, I posted that video straight away. But I literally reviewed the other beers a few days after I went to Bridgend, and it's still in my backlog. I've got like a 3-week backlog. So those videos are about to come. I got a beer from Holy Goat Brewing Company in Dundee. Fantastic beer. It really was tremendous, Mr. Dog's Window. And your beer was good too. I've done the 2. I did the barley wine. That barley wine that was a year old, I put it with a fresh hop beer from you guys, and the barley wine stood up really well. The barley wine was absolutely fantastic, aged for a year. So that video is coming soon as well. It's all filmed. It's all on YouTube. It's just I'm just going through and releasing videos by the day, and it turns out I'm 3 weeks. I got a 3-week schedule ahead of me. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build up for Christmas, you know, so I can have a little break. I'm trying to have loads of content. I can program it all to release, and I'll have myself a week off for Christmas. And I'll come back then next year, fresh as a daisy, hopefully, because I'm feeling it at the moment. I know it. I know everyone's probably thinking you got the best job in the world, but I'm feeling. I think that's why I made that beer machines video. I'm just feeling a bit like I need a recharge. I think any job you do, you need a recharge. You need your batteries recharged every now and again. I went on holiday in June, July even, and I've been full on ever since. I haven't had a day off since I've been back from holiday in July. The Dirt Warrior says, you old dosser. Thank you very much. Watching from South Africa, says Charles. Yorkshire Peacock could join Pearl Jam with that hair. I think I might do. You never know. Grow a beard, be a Viking. Tommy McAllister. Hope you are well, Simon, mate. If you're getting rid of any of the machines, I'll be happy to take the blade and the perfect draft. hey, I mean, if I do decide to get shot of them, I'll put them on eBay. And I'll put a link to the eBay on YouTube. You're allowed to do that? I don't know. Can't beat the old banter at the Stone Crow. Absolutely, Alan Mead. Amazing, isn't it? We've been going for so long now. Hippie, Simon, nice view. Thank you very much, K Crispy. I think you're the person that said, have your hair done. And I thought, why not? Let's do it this week. Doug's Window says, nice one. Al Humphreys, I have long hair too, Simon, but it's not as good as yours. Mine's way too curly, like old telephone wires. Jammy the damn side thought it was a woman. What happened to you? What happened? Well, grow it out long, innit? Grow it out long. Is it? Am I too low? Here we are. Just finished a can of Little Perlenbacher Bavarian Lager. Very enjoyable, clean and simple. James George, it really is simple, isn't it? Come on in, hit the like button down below. How many likes have we got? How many likes do we have at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub? If you can hit the like button down below, I really appreciate that. Have I reviewed the Alhambra Special Reserva? Cheers. I haven't, but I'd like to. Yeah. Oh, we've caught up with the comments. How many likes do we have in the like button down below? I don't know. How many likes are on the video at the moment? Shout out to Joe, Ned and Frankie the dog, please. Joe, Ned, Frankie the dog. Hello, how we doing? Hydropulse says, hey, nice to catch the Stone Crow Pub. I'm trying a BrewDog Black Hat at the moment. Sad face. Neil Smith, what's your shampoo, Simon? Timothy, you should do a flake advert with that, mate. I'm just trying to get it back behind my ears, you know. 120 likes. Right, 120 likes. You got 120 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Hit the like button down below. Matt Jones, he asks me every day. He sends me WhatsApps and he sends me, not WhatsApps, and Instagrams, and he sends me YouTube video comments saying, do one last crups before I get shot. It's finding something, Matt, that I haven't reviewed. That's the thing, Matt. That's the only problem. I totally understand where you're coming from. I think I like and I love all your comments. It's getting hold of a keg, isn't it? Good evening, folks, says Rob Hastings. Good evening. Chris B. Simon, that is a mighty mop. Looks ace. Thank you very much, Chris. Where did Mike the Saddle go? There he is, loving the bands of the Stone Crow, enjoying a clean, crisp Steinhauser. What a beer. I love the Steinhauser. It's absolutely fantastic beer. Paul Wade, Simon, how many beers do you review each day and do you drink all of them? I review 5 a day. I do my 5 a day. 5 beer reviews every single day. Taste sip. The poor ones go down the sink because I'm just not entertaining that. The really good ones, I put them in the fridge and I drink them. I've had a really good batch of beer recently from Bingley Brew Club. Absolutely amazing. There's some back there on the wall, just a couple left. Amity Brew Co., North, Wild Child, just really decent beer. And I've been really enjoying it. I really have. They'll probably be out in about 3 weeks' time. That's the only trouble. Simon, I read that one, Paul. Yeah, 5 a day. So 25 a week. By Friday, I'm like, done. Although I then go into the pub tomorrow. So a bit bonkers, isn't it? So I recently noticed John has a new channel. It's Lord's Brew Co. No More. Now, Big Kev, it is. It's probably not my place to say, but John's doing another YouTube channel. But it's not my place to talk about that subject. I'm pretty sure if John's watching, or if John watches this on repeat, or if John tunes in later on, I'm pretty sure John will talk about it himself. but I'll leave that up to John if that's okay. Matt James, where did he go? The problem is, as soon as I touch the screen, the comment I'm trying to read disappears. Matt James, I'm determined to go back now. Matt James, on the proper job, good times. Oscar, evening all, hope you're all well. Because you're worth it, says Al Humphreys. Luke Bishop, hi Simon, I see Perfect Draft have released more beer. Last few Fridays I've been working, so caught a bit backstage last week. This week I'm off tonight and crippled with ulcers, so I'm having a pint of milk with you. Cheers. John Boy, Diego. That's bad, isn't it? That's bad. Andrew's on the Schneider Weiss. The Dirt Warrior. I tried Thornbridge Cocoa Wonderland chocolate porter from Morrison's. It's blooming beautiful. Have you tried that one? Yeah. So the Dirt Warrior. If ever you want to see me review a beer on YouTube, go into the YouTube search bar at the top, put in the beer, so Thornbridge Cocoa Wonderland, and then just put in real ale at the end, and you'll see the video. Just use it as an index. Use as a YouTube search bar at the top as an index to see if I've reviewed any of the beers, if you want to watch a review from me. Danny Boy, what beautiful locks you. Hatch, evening, try the Kirkstall Tiramisu Stout. That's in Asda. It's not sweet and sticky, which I know you hate. Oh, blimey, I do. I like Kirkstall, though. They're a brilliant brewery. We got a £6 super chat from Nemerton Brewing. €6. Let's like this stream. Every 10 likes is one sip, Simon. Hey. I reckon I can do better than that. Thank you very much to the Nemerton Brewing Company for the super chat. €6. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And they're asking to hit the like button down below because we are slowly but surely heading towards 300 live viewers. 300 live viewers at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Hit that like button down below and we'll slowly go up to 300 and maybe even 400 live viewers at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. One of my corner shops has Spanish brewed San Miguel. Quite tasty. I bet it is. I quite like a decent brewed San Miguel. That's better. There's lots of kegs you've not reviewed, says Luke Robinson. I'll have a look. He said that kind of like, I need to find my mojo, if I'm honest, don't I? Right, Hazy Haze, the blade is fantastic just for lager alone. Still more craft beers needed, though. Lagunitas shows how good it can be. I love the blade. I do. It's my favourite system. California, have you tried the new Camden Nitro Stout from Sainsbury's? Very much like Guinness. Do you know, for me, Sainsbury's is 9 miles away. And I wish I found it a few weeks back when I was out there, but I'll get there eventually. It's a bit like people have been asking me all week if I reviewed the KFC stuffing burger. The problem is I don't like stuffing. Just don't like stuffing. So I'm like, God, you know, what a review. What a review that'll be if I don't like stuffing. Every bite will be like, chicken's nice, the bread's nice, the stuffing's awful. What were they thinking, KFC? Making a stuffing chicken burger. Wow, terrible. Good evening, Simon. We are on the Spatten tonight. What have you been up to? What is your beer snack of choice? Mine is pork pies. How about you? I've just had steak and potatoes. Literally, about an hour ago. Steak and potatoes. Nice. So I might have some crisps later on. Viokia, VOK. Love the hair. How do you keep it so healthy? I just wash it in the shower. I just, you know, I've always, when I was a youngster, I always wanted long hair. And it was one of those situations where my hair would grow outwards first. It would go up and up and up. And then finally, I was determined this time. It finally fell down. And I knew gravity was going to do it once upon a time. And now it's just like really thick, isn't it? Like really thick hair. And that's only because it's so blooming stretchy. It's really stretchy, my hair. Springy. Weird. No, I don't drink cider. Sure you can. There's a speculation of a new blade keg next week. That'll be good, says Luke Robinson. Hadassah says, hello, Santa. Hello. Have you tried little banana flavoured beer? It's not too bad, to be honest. You on about the banana bread? If you haven't tried the Red Stripe or Salt Crepes or Blade Keg, get one. Thank you, Matt. Big Kev, where'd he go? I'm touching comments and they're disappearing. Let's get to this super chat. Bentley Varga, $10. That's dollars, isn't it? Yeah, that's a dollar sign. So glad I caught one of these. A bit early for me to pour a pint in America, but so glad to be here. Much love from Texas. Bentley, thank you very much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Any more cocktail videos coming up? It's interesting seeing. I can't keep up with comments. Hi from Darlington, Northeast. Hot Chocolate says, hi Simon, can we get an estimate on how many pints you've drank in your time? Oh, blimmin' heck. 15,000 probably, more than that. Easy, 20,000. I drank for since 18 to 30, easy, before I started the channel. That was 12 years of drinking. Oh, I wouldn't like to say how many pints I've drank in my time. Don't know, loads. Absolutely love the daily videos, Simon. Keep it up, pal. What's the plan with the back? Oh, still making a fake kit. Oh, yeah, I think just a bit of negotiation. Just put the kitchen units up there. Simon, you reviewed the Asda Horsch Brewery Flenseslau Lager. It's been in my Asda in Edinburgh for a year now, and it's been my go-to beer. Glad you reviewed it and liked it. It was really good, Big Kev. Really good. Really clean, crisp, beautiful tasting lager. Andrew's on the Steinhauser tonight. Best lager around. It's fantastic, and they're lovely, malty, beautiful. Neil French, UK. Hi from Darlington, North East. Hello, Neil. How are you doing? Ennio. Hey, Simon. Greetings from Switzerland. I hope you're having a good week. How about reviewing a few Swiss beers? But I know they're hard to come by in the UK. Ennio, I went to a beer festival in Sweden, and there were some Swiss brewers there. And I love the beer. The beer was fantastic. But it's so hard to get in the UK. So hard. I tell you what, I seen in Lidl though today. I know this is slightly off topic, but I seen some it's Danish Food Week, and I seen their chocolate with the Danish chocolates with the twisty things with the honeycomb in them. Never seen them in the UK before. They're fantastic. And the crisps. I was like, I've had these crisps before, like they're dill crisps from Denmark. I thought they might have been Swedish though. Oi. I think they're called Oi or something. Oil. Cheers for the hard work, Simon. It brightens up the day. I've started saying good bit of smoke to myself, and I've opened a beer. Good vibes. Yin. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, I love your channel so much. You have introduced me to so many of my favourite stouts. Genesis. Awesome. English Cat. Where's Mel? She's on the computer. Hi, Annabelle. Hi. Did you have a good night? Yeah, you? Good, yeah. I would like to try some ales that are as bitter as possible. I don't like sweet stuff anymore. Any suggestions, Simon and the chat? Punty Gamer's out on the Blade or the Crups? I remember Punty Gamer. Good stuff. A nice mirror. Well, I had a mirror before, and people could see my workings out. People could see all my tripods and everything, and they were like, it kind of like takes away from the beer reviews because we can see what's going on. So I've got rid of the mirrors. Rich has drunk over 1 million apples. I bet you have. Lewis Williams, Virgin Advent calendar this year, Simon. I have one. I have one coming. I have a calendar coming. It's going to be a good one as well. I can't wait. Is anyone else getting ads even on the live stream? Never used to happen. Calvin Dixon. I think there is ads, to be honest, on the live streams now. Is it okay? I think it's just something that YouTube have introduced. I do at some point want to see a Boddenson's review. Well, you never know. Boddenson's is there. Boddenson's Pub Ale, I think it was called. Hazy Ace is saying, yep, again, as in the live stream. My apologies for the ads. Hey, matey, I discovered you a few years back looking for a review of a BrewDog beer. Just rediscovered you a few weeks ago. Me and my wife watch you all the time while having our tea. Festive cheer. Awesome. Andrew, are your cask pumps live or just decoration? Those two are live. Those two there. Decoration, you probably can't see the one yet. This is decoration. Company doesn't exist anymore. Nuki, decoration. And Brains, decoration. But I burnt my Brains pump. It's a really old-fashioned Brains pump. And I put my air fryer in front of it. You've probably seen some of the air fryer videos. And look, I burnt the blooming thing. And I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted because I mean, it was never the greatest pint of Brains beer, but that Brains pump holds so many memories to me because I drank so much of this Brains beer, and I'm really disappointed that I look at that up. My own fault for putting an air fryer in front of it. It just blew out hot smoke, hot air out the back, and burnt it. Yeah, no, it doesn't fit properly either. Never mind. Completely agree with your reviews today on the Aldi beers. The Grand Reserve is spot on. I'm getting ads too during the live stream. People are getting ads. Oh dear. My distilled moonshine whiskey tonight is on Neil. Well, enjoy. Also try Grolsch review as well. That's a really good beer. Yeah, Grolsch is okay, isn't it? Rossini, man. Yes, it's really good in there, Rossini. YouTube has changed a lot. You know, in YouTube's defense, though, and I will say this, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, they do work to help the creators. They really do work to help the creators. When I first started, it used to be like a penny for 1,000 views. And it was like, I know many people who started, they got monetized, and they were like, oh my God, it's not worth it. But I always had faith. I always had faith that YouTube would sort out the kind of income for people who made videos. And I know the ads might do your heads in, and I know it's maybe tough to watch, but the channel would not exist. This channel would not exist if it weren't for the ads. So as much as I'm standing here today, kind of like saying, oh, YouTube have maybe added some ads into the live stream, there's a part of me that's thinking, oh well, I can earn a little bit of money out of this, and I hope you guys don't mind watching the odd advert every now and again, just to, you know, get through this whole thing and try and make an absolute decent living out of it. Hazy Haze, there we go. I'm going to click on this one. He says, I'm happy for ads to contribute to your site. So, I mean, as long as people understand how it works, adverts come up, it's more or less a 50-50 split between YouTube and the creator. That's how it works. And as much as, you know, I watch adverts on the Formula One and the football and whatever, and it is, you know, it's annoying. But at the end of the day, they're like almost like an essential commodity, aren't they? They're like, and especially this time of year, Christmas adverts. Christmas adverts this time of year. It really kind of helps you. Us YouTubers, in terms of the adverts, Christmas time is literally so important for us. January, you might as well go to sleep for the whole of January. But what you do, if you're a full-time YouTuber, then some of the money that you get in December, you make sure you save some of that and you tie over for your January, because January is not a very nice month for YouTube and the advertising. The revenue, you know. And it's a shame, really, because it's dark. It's a shame because it's really dark. And it's always cold and wet. And you think people would watch a lot more videos, wouldn't you, at that time of year? Because, you know, they're stuck in the house. But even then, I think everyone's like, what's the word? Hibernating. Everyone's hibernating in January, isn't they? What's the plan for the backwater as the temperature improves? It is. So I have a thermometer. And it's currently 16. Can you see that? 16.4. 16.4 degrees out here. And I can, in a jacket, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine with that, in a jacket. I've been on the top. Here's a man who knows outside temperatures in the winter. Trav, how are you doing, Trav? I've worked on freezing cold mountains, putting fencing up like -7 degrees. And I've been absolutely bone-rattlingly freezing cold. If I can handle that, I can handle 16 degrees in a conservatory with my jacket on, I tell you that. But here's a man who understands all of that. Where's the super chat? G'day to my Welsh buddy. I hope you, the kids, and Supermal are all doing good. Great to see the Stone Crow back. I missed you last week as I didn't know it was on. Currently in transit to Melbourne for another day at work. Trav, thank you so very much for 31 Australian dollars. That is absolutely wonderful. As a bit of fun, as a bit of a game, I always ask my viewers to translate the financials into British sterling pounds. So here's a game for you, everybody. What is 31 Australian dollars in pounds? Comment down below. But Trav, honestly, Trav sends me some wonderful Instagram. He sends me some of the funny videos on Instagram, and I saw some of them are absolutely hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. I think he sent me one with there was water pressure going up in the sky. It was like a broken pipe, and a 360 digger put his front digger thing on the pipe, and it literally, and this was a massive digger, it literally flipped the digger like a toy. I think that was Trav who sent me that video. But yeah, I get lots of Instagram funny videos from Trav, and it does make me laugh. I do. I wish I had more to send back to him. He must be thinking that guy's dry as a bone. That guy don't know any jokes. he don't go on the internet type of thing. But no, I do. But thank you very much, Trav. 31 Australian dollars. That is amazing of you. Thank you. Last Christmas, for me, only one sale. Hope this year will be better. Never to Brewing. Well, we just got to kind of hope, haven't we? We got to really hope. I think next year will be a much better year for everybody. It's election years. They're going to start giving out sweeties soon, aren't they? It's election years next year, so there's going to be lots of sweets thrown around. So let's hope for a much better year next year. Neil French is a metal detectorist, but my other passion is brewing. Been brewing for 30 years. Well done, Neil. Pretty chill, that says Matt. Oh, we're doing nothing. Hello, Daniel Vale. Past Daniel Vale in where were we? Barry Waterfront about 3 or 4 days ago. Hello, Daniel Vale. How you do, mate? Do you have a special beer for Christmas Day? Paul Davis. I generally I come across something. I find something out the fridge, you know. I go to my parents' house Christmas night and we all meet up and have a drink, all the family. It's good. It's really good. Wish in the US we could get the Phillips Perfect Draft Blade and Crub system and the kegs. Matt Jones, sorry. The Seeker says the more people buy, the less choice proper consumers have. Andrew Schoen, I think your channel is brilliant and real. You don't edit this, you know. Generally a nice guy, even. Pardon me, don't ever change, mate. Andrew Schoen, yeah, I don't do any editing because I wouldn't make as many videos as I did if I did all polished editing. And that would bore my Sweden. That would absolutely bore me to tears if I had to sit editing. So I basically polished up my reviews. So in my head, it's a bit of a program, you know, look at the beer, show the beer, smell the beer, taste the beer, show the beer a little bit more, kind of conclusion type of thing, read the back of the bottle. If I haven't got much to say, I'll read the back of the bottle or the can. I'll talk about the history of the brewery, that sort of thing, if there's really nothing to say. And then we kind of get it over the line and then we press thank you very much, goodbye. And that's how that's how it is on the channel. That is exactly how it is. Because, well, as I say, if I had to edit, no, I wouldn't be doing 2 beer reviews a day. I wouldn't be releasing 2 videos a day. It's just bang, record, off we go, release it onto YouTube, get it out there. I pay for premium YouTube, so don't see the ads, but would be willing to contribute a small amount each month to support the channel. What is the best way to do this? Says Andrew Schoen. Right, Andrew. Is there a $sign down below? And I'm only mentioning this because you've asked. I don't normally kind of like talk about this overly on the channel, but if there's a $sign, you can hit the $sign, and it's a membership. No, hang on, no, sorry, that's the wrong one. That's the super chat. Sorry. There's a join button. Getting carried away. If you hit the join button down below, you can contribute as little as £1.99 a month, and that helps the channel out a little bit. And there's more tiers. There's more tiers to go along the way, and yeah, that kind of really helps us out a little bit. It really does. So thanks, Andrew Schoen, for that. Hit the join button, and if Alan Mead is still here, Alan Mead will have the actual join membership link if he's still watching and if he is commenting on it. We've got another super chat. Oh, Paul's beer reviews in Stone the Crows. Good evening, Simon, and everyone in the chat. Paul, I haven't seen you for weeks and weeks and weeks and months and months and months. The last time I seen you was actually face to face in London. We had a good few pints together at GBBF, and it's great to have you. It's great to see you again. I mean, you've been quite active in my comments lately. I've seen lots of your comments coming through, and yeah, cheers to Paul at Paul's Beer Reviews. Cheers, mate. I need a beer, but I need to go and get a beer, and I need to get, it looks like it's Nemerton. £16. That's fair dinkum. Bruno Lager in house. 15 Celsius max at the moment. I think we have to do brew. 77 the Linda. I'm kind of like, I'm not kind of like thinking about it. Tell you what, Simon, you must be pushing Mal in terms of that lens. You're here now. Put some makeup on and I'll buy you a drink. Where it is. There it is. Nemerton Brewery. €11 super chat from Nemerton Brewing. Let's get it up on the screen. Got to go, Simon. Here's one on me. Enjoy and hope we see you again soon. Nemerton Brewing, thank you so very much, Nemerton, for tuning in. I really, really appreciate that. I'm gonna go for a wee. I'll be back now. I need to get a pint and have a wee.
Why is it so high up though? Oh God, this light's not good on my chin, is it? It's really high up. I don't know why it's so high up.
To hide my big floppy chin.
It's showing mine off. Hiya everyone, how are you all doing? It's very wet. Wet November's evening. So I'm just going to open my wine.
Right, Mel wants a wine. I was like, if I'm going to open your wine bottle,
I know you've got it so high up there.
We lost
it's so
like
high for you.
40 people. We're nearly 300. Right, Mel wants a wine, so I said, do me a favour, Mel. If I'm going to open your wine, do the live feed for a little bit. There she is.
New comments. Let's have a look then. Evening, Mel. How are you? From Steve Jeffrey. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Inconvenient Truth says, is that your brother? Yeah, same hair and everything.
Is this Australian?
Michael Richards Melbeck.
Oh, okay, I'm like using this and there's a tag on the side.
Bar starting to look great. Now for taping the seams to hide the screws. I know.
Taping and jointing.
Andrew,
That's cool.
sent you a $5 and have a beer on me.
Oh.
My first ever super chat to any channel, and I think you deserve it much more than you get from YouTube.
Thank you.
Seem
Thank you.
top bloke.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Really appreciate it. Just get a wine open for my dear wife.
Matt Jones' man needs stilts to be able to see. I know. Literally got to go on my tippy toes. Oh, Ben. Hi, Simon. Watching whilst enjoying a sediment-ridden luminous night. Oh, it's gone. It's disappeared. No, it hasn't. Stone the Crows. What a beauty. Thanks for the reviews. Always spot on. Big Kev says it's the Martin sisters.
Yeah. The Martins. I like that, Big Kev, you naughty boy.
Hiya, Ryan. How are you?
Have you got to do that, by the way? I always got to do that. Take the cork off this thing. Drives me nuts.
Corked it, Simon.
Where's your glass now?
I don't know.
Hang on, I got to go and get my wife a glass.
What kind of wine are you having, Mel? Is it red or white? It's red. It's the 19 Crimes. Go be careful, I don't tip it on myself. It's the limited edition 19 Crimes with the glow in the dark thing. It's my second bottle. Not today, obviously. Maybe not. But it's my second bottle because I bought it so that I could keep the bottle because it's really cool. And Simon can go rid of it.
I recycle everything.
No, you didn't get rid of things that need to be gotten rid of. Keep sort of those. Oh, what are you doing? You can't pour it over my face.
Just going to do a wine.
It's
Have
not
you ever
like
seen this?
that tonight.
Have you ever seen this on the channel?
It's a good red, isn't it, Hazy Haze? Good to see you as well, by the way.
I don't like it. I don't like wine.
Oh, lush. Oh, fruity. Juicy. I'm just browsing the internet for graphics cards.
Oh, I shouldn't say that. I'm not
crying.
like
Because they all cost about 3 legs and stuff, you know?
Look at that. Look at the sediment. Look at the sediment on that bottle. Look at that.
You can't see it because the lights...
No, it's not. They can. Look at the sediment. That's all sediment.
That's sediment, yeah. That's gross.
Oh, that's going to be tasty.
It's like dirty stain.
It would blooming help if I took the bottle cap off, wouldn't it? I'm like, why isn't it pouring?
Jonathan Watson, hey Mel, I'm on the Stone Crow beer fest beer. Oh, it's a good beer, that, isn't
it's
it?
good. We got some in the fridge.
BrewDog, yeah.
BrewDog.
Good.
So you're looking at graphics cards.
Yeah.
I told everybody
Cry
about
myself to sleep later.
our planned day in Cardiff tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. We're going to spend the day together. We're going to go shopping in the morning, and then we're going to go to the Head of Steam in the afternoon. They got loads of TVs.
Yeah, they play rugby in there though, Simon. I'd be surprised if
they'll have the Welsh game on. They will, definitely. If they don't, we'll go somewhere else. We'll go to Walkabout, which I promised we wouldn't.
Pardon me. William, no, I'm not actually on the PS5 tonight. Nope. I'm about to go and watch Great British Bake Off with Annabelle.
Can I ask you an honest question? And this is what drives me mad about drinking wine. This is what drives me mad about UK television. There's such a thriving beer industry at the moment. Why don't we have a Great British Brew Off programme on the television? Why do people want to watch a programme of people making cakes? I don't understand it.
Well, it takes about 4 weeks to brew a good beer, don't it? So it'll be a bit boring in between.
No, I know, but there's
Takes
no...
a couple of hours, that's why.
Like,
right, I'm going.
I get the cake stuff. I get it.
See you all later.
There needs to be a brewing. Yeah, enjoy your night, Mal. I'll be out here.
Go and see you back.
You understand my point. I'll go back to talking you directly now, to you directly. Why isn't there any support for beer? Why isn't there a literal cooking, baking program, but beer related? I'd love to host that. Hello, and I'm your host. This is how to... You imagine me doing that, can you? Hang on a minute. I just need to taste the beer. Make sure it's tasting all right. Head under the fermenter. The Great British Brew Off. No, Jim. I made this argument, and I know this is slightly controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway. And I'm going to put the super chat up first from Eamon, and I'm going to say, cheers, Si, great evening at the Stone Crow. I'm going to say thank you very much, Eamon, for the £10 super chat. I really, really appreciate it. But I think this is a really relevant comment, and I really think it's a great point of discussion. And I've tried talking to brewers about it, and I've tried talking to other industry professionals about it, and nobody seems to understand where I'm coming from. All they do is they say, oh, I knew Michael, and he was a great guy, and he was great for Channel 4 and whatnot. And I totally get it, and I totally appreciate it. So Michael Jackson, for all of you youngsters out there, was a fantastic 1980s me. He was doing exactly what I was doing. Not on YouTube, but he was traveling around to different breweries around the world. He was showcasing beer all for Channel 4. I don't think it was the BBC, I think it was Channel 4. And he was promoting and he was pushing beer as hard as he could with his bare fingernails, and he was literally kind of like pushing like crazy, and it was great, and he had great success, and he made his way to American chat shows on the television, and he was massively famous, and it was fantastic for the beer industry. That man alone changed the face of brewing. Let me get that bit out of the way. Here's my argument. My argument is that unfortunately, it was very unfortunate actually that Michael Jackson passed away in 2006. We're talking about the beer guy here, not we're not talking about him. We're talking about the beer guy, and he was brilliant. Before my time, but I have looked at a lot of his stuff online, a lot of his videos, a lot of his American chat show stuff, and it was all fantastic. Let me get that bit out of the way. It was brilliant. I think the fundamental thing with beer at the moment, let's call it a problem, is that there's no focal point. Michael Jackson was a focal point. He was on the television showcasing these breweries. Bit like Fred Dibner was climbing chimneys, knocking chimneys down. Fred Dibner advocated steam. Dennis Taylor advocates snooker. Ian Wright advocates football. Michael Jackson advocated beer until he passed away. But nobody has done that since. Nobody's done it since. And I have argued, and I have argued, and I have pushed, and I have pushed, and I have pushed for another version of Michael Jackson to either go on Channel 4 or ITV or BBC, and let's make beer, let's have a focal person for beer again. We all loved what Michael Jackson did. He was brilliant. But beer didn't die with Michael Jackson, did it? It didn't die with Michael Jackson. In fact, there's been a great big beer revolution since then, and there's been no focal point. There's been no one person you can go, there's your Fred Dibner in steam. There's your Dennis Taylor in snooker. There's your, what else did I say? Ian Wright in football. You need a centralised person to advocate that very subject. Now, I don't like the fact that some brewery owners or people want to take that mantle. I don't think it should be the man from Brooklyn Brewery. No, because essentially he's going to talk about beer for a bit, and then he's going to roll it all back to Brooklyn. He's going to make Brooklyn more famous, and that would be his purpose would be to make Brooklyn Brewery in the kind of limelight, and that's not what we want. the same as the guy from Dogfish Head. He's tried to be a let's give me a microphone and let me go on stage and talk about beer and let's make Dogfish Head famous and more talked about. I don't think. I think the direction is wrong. The direction is wrong. It needs to be more an independent person. I mean, it doesn't have to be me. I'm not standing here like begging. I'm not standing here like overly saying this should be me. I am perfect. I probably could talk on the television a little bit. It could be someone else. It could be Johnny Garrett. It could be Hopsine, Rob Derbyshire. He would do a great job on television. It could be Peter, the Master of Hobbits. It could be any one of us who knows a little bit about beer. I think it needs a focal point. It needs a centralized person. Like, who's the cake lady? Who's the old lady, the old cake lady? What's her name on the telly? When you see that woman's face, you think of cakes. What's her name? I don't know. I don't watch Bake Off. But even now, I know that woman's name. I even know that woman's face, and I refer that woman's face to cakes. And that's what beer needs. Beer needs a face to the beer to be able to progress it and push it on. I firmly believe that. Show the greatest breweries in the world. Show it off. I totally understand. We're losing some viewership here, so there might be people who completely disagree with what I'm saying. Mary Berry, Mary Berry put it by. Yeah. Amos and Mr. Wilkes from Amadale Pub Protection in the 80s. Brew Off Show. She's from Sri Lanka. It doesn't have to be anyone buying that one. Happy try Axel Brewing range of beers. Back in the day, I even bought Michael Jackson's beer guide, which was cutting edge. Jim, absolutely. Hello, Simon. Cheers from us in Lichefjorden. We see you live, but don't listen. We go on strong on vinyl. If you see the message, put on to Double Horn Rocks. Nordic Beers. And hello. Not the singer. Who's Michael Jackson? Kyle Broadbent. That's the thing. So Michael Jackson was Mary Berry. He was the beer man. Put in the Beer Hunter into YouTube, Google. You will see him. Hello, Kulya from Sri Lanka. Hello. The Minister of Beer. Fred Dibner was a fantastic bloke. Beer Masters was on TV, had Jager Wise from Wild Child Brewery as a judge along with James Blunt. It was pretty good. Yeah, I kind of understand that. Trouble is, again, this is my point. Matt Hall. Jager is from Wildcard Brewery. What we don't need is people advocating their own companies. You're referring, this is the problem, Matt Hall. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but in my personal opinion, you're introducing Jager Wise and you put from Wildcard Brewery. If it was an independent YouTuber, beer blogger, it wouldn't be Jager Wise from Wildcard Brewery, would it? It wouldn't be the man from Brooklyn Brewery. It wouldn't be the man from Dogfish Head. It would be this man, X beer. And that would be it. And I think that's why it has failed up until now. Because we all know Mary Berry, whatever her name is. I don't know what she's done for the last 200 years. You know, however old that woman is. I don't know what she's done 200 years previous in her previous life. I just know her as Mary Berry, the cake lady. And I think this is what we need. We need an independent person away from the brewing scene to do it. What beer you want, Simon? I'm on a Weiss beer. I am on a Weizen. Literally 200 years. It feels like it, doesn't it? The man from Del Monte. Could do a Great British Brew Off, one episode per brewery showing them making their beer, and the final episode would be the tasting and declaring the winner. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Wouldn't it be fantastic? But the problem is, there's problems to this. The problem with that is the people in charge, they don't want to advocate beer. They don't want to promote beer. They don't want to push beer anymore. They just don't want to do that. They just don't want to talk about it. I think do more of the pub crawls with that other big guy. Don't know his name, but he was a legend. The Bath one, similar to that. Right, his name is Arthur Daly, and that man knows his stuff. I would literally travel the whole of Europe with that man. He literally knows his stuff. My problem is he drinks, or he can drink 2 to me. He's like 6'1". He's up here, and he can literally drink 2 of this. So I try keeping up with him, and then oh my goodness me, I'm literally like, I'm gone. I just cannot keep up with him. I try my best, and I just fall over each time. That's the only problem with going out with Arthur Daly. It's impossible, and it's almost like you wake up the next day and you're like, oh man, I did it again. I kind of like fell asleep on the train. Where did Big Kev's comments go? It's astonishing that if you type in beer review into YouTube, Simon's channel comes up first. He ain't got millions of subscribers, but still appears top of the list. Surely you get mainstream offers. Big Kev, no, it's funny, isn't it? But what I have noticed recently is Google has tightened it's knitted together Google search with YouTube a little bit more. I'm having a lot more external views, and I'm like, where are all these views coming from? It's only when you put it into Google that they now kind of put in YouTube videos quite high in the search, in the regular YouTube Google search. So that's having a profound effect on the channel. It really is doing the channel really well. Bentley Vags, $5 super chat. Called it an early day on account of being able to make the virtual pub. Poured on Adnams broadside. Yes! So Bentley, if I think you called it an early day, so you finish work early to have a pint with me in a virtual pub. Bentley, that is fantastic. That is really fantastic. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Amazing. Tam Moore says, evening on night shifts tonight. Wish I could be sipping a cold Steinbacher. Tam, maybe next week. The Great British David. Al says, I'm so old. Going to be drinking PBR tonight, Pabst Blue Ribbon, and watch my local hockey team called the Reading Royals. Go on, the Reading Royals! Having a Highland Jack. Nice. That good gamer. Can you recommend a beer for me? I'm in Krakow in Poland next week. You need to go to Viva la Pinta. That good gamer. If you are in Krakow, you need to go to Viva la Pinta. It's fantastic. It's a Brava Pinta bar in Krakow. Richard, TV is dead. You can do it on the channel. Richard, I am supercharged and super ready to do this. I really am. I say it all the time, but I am ready to take it to the next stage. I am ready to, if I can't, or if nobody else wants to offer anyone any kind of TV stuff, then let's do it on YouTube. Let us do it. Let us thrive. And I am ready to do more city and town stuff. I'm just ironing out a few little things. I'm just getting to where I need to be, if that makes sense. It's all about this at the end of the day, isn't it? Train fares, hotels. I'm so close. What I don't want to commit to, I don't want to commit to like a weekly thing, and then we run out of finance and we have to pause and we have to stop and we have to pause. What I want to do is promise like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 a month and absolutely commit to it and just every single week. Because if you notice last year, I did stuff relatively close to me. So £5 train journey there, 20 quid train journey, probably 20 quid was to Bath, 20 quid was a return from Bath to Barry, and then you're thinking time, and then you're thinking money, because once it goes to a certain distance, say Reading, could I do Reading in a day? I probably could. I could probably stretch to Reading in a day, there and back, but it'll be a hell of a day. In terms of like hours, it would be a long, long day. But I'm pretty sure it'd be damn worth it going on to Reading. And then kind of like Birmingham. Could I do Birmingham in a day? 4 hours on a train to Birmingham, 4 hours back. It's a long way, isn't it? It's a long time. And then you think Leeds. Leeds is hotel for me. Leeds would be like get up there, maybe do a bit of filming one day, stay in a hotel, bit of filming the next day, come back to Barry, and then put the whole video together and stick it on YouTube. So it's one of those situations where I can see the promise, I can see the potential, I can see that there is definitely something there. It's just I live in a part of the world that's not very accessible, and it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. I'd love to live in Birmingham, middle of the country, Scotland, few hours that way, London, few hours that way, Wales, few hours that way, and then whatever's over there. What's over there? What's over there? I don't know. What's over there? Wales one side. What's over the other side? Don't know. Great Yarmouth? I don't know. Paul Sheridan, evening all. This channel is probably the reason I switched from crap lagers to trying different beers. Great stuff. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Paul. Really appreciate it. Social media is a decent beer community. Absolutely. You are the beer guy already. Thank you very much, Richard. Tom Simon, when are you doing more pubs and breweries? Cheltenham next. Tom, yeah, I can do Cheltenham. Cheltenham would be a great thing to do. Michael Jackson is like Gordon Ramsay. Ramsay is the top dog. Absolutely, Simon. And I wouldn't pretend to even kind of like get close to it, you know? I wouldn't even pretend to get close to that. The Tiger Woods of beer. Exactly that. When you think of golf, you think of Tiger Woods, don't you? You know, when you think of snooker, it's like Dennis Taylor, Steve Davis, Stephen Henry, that sort of thing. Matt Jones going to have a shower. Awesome. Hello, Shvet. How you doing? Hello, Simon. Glad to see you, mate. Cheers, buddy, from St. Petersburg. Shvet. Hello, Shvet. How you doing, mate? How you doing? You should do a northern beer tour. Leeds, Huddersfield, absolutely cracking beers. I would love to. Love the virtual pub. My wife said she can put your hair in corn rolls if you fancy it. Why not? Why not? Al Humphrey says, we got 240 likes. Yes. Ryan Ford, 240 likes. Amazing. Stuart says, broadside. What a great choice. Big Kev, not having many Betty. Every time I see a face on TV, I think of Rod Hall and Emu. Yeah, I know what you mean. I just can't do that like fake generic TV thing. Like they just choose these people. Oh, she's safe. She's safe as houses. They've looked at her background. They've looked at all her history. They've realised the worst thing she's done is run through a cornfield. You know, that sort of thing. And then they become TV personalities. And it's all like background stuff first. They do all the background stuff. They make sure these people are safe as houses and really boring. And then they go, right, do you want to be the cake lady? You know, I think that's how life. Whereas years ago, it wasn't like that, was it? There would be different types of personalities on TV, and they would be personalities because they had a bit of like charisma or a bit of like something about them. Fred Dibner famously said, if he wasn't taking down chimneys, he'd be burgling houses. It's just something like, and he said that on the TV. And it was like, you know, the guys. I'm not saying this is the right thing to do, of course, but you know, there's a bit of laddiness about it. You know, there's a bit of kind of like, what's the word? I'd say charisma, a little bit of like life. You know, life's experiences. Have I made a decision on the beer machines? Absolutely not yet. Tom says Cheltenham next. I could do Cheltenham. Steinhauser, not Steinbacher. Getting Steins and Rhines mixed up. Travis, I front your camera and become your me independent in the beer scene, but I'm not British, says good old Trav. William, Simon, your pint looks lonely. I know. Do you know what? This is doing my head in this glass. I need to. Oh, Hazy Haze, no logs on the fire tonight. It's much warmer than last week. It's literally out here now is 17.2 degrees. It's going up. It's getting warmer. It's getting warmer out here. Been a t-shirt now. You're loving a Belgian beer, likewise, Julian. Yeah, right. Where are we with the comments? You ever going to shave the head again, John? Maybe one day when it goes all grey and old. Even aside, thanks for your bro review on the Posh Pig Crackling gift sets. Glad you enjoyed them, Clayton Cross. Yes, they were good. Me and the dog, we had so much fun with those poor crackling. The dog, every time he got used to me opening the jar. You could hear the sound. So Clayton, he'd be fast asleep, and I'd open the jar of the poor crackling, and he'd be like this. He'd be awake, and I'd have I'd do my beer reviews in the morning, and I'd always have a jar of the poor crackling by my computer, and I'd be like, yes, poor crackling, and he'd be literally 1 minute he was fast asleep, next minute he'd be up like I can hear the jar, the poor crackling jar. Trying the Franny Keller beer on the perfect draft tonight. Superb. Brilliant. Alistair, I keep the perfect draft. Loads of folk have that machine and watch these videos. It's the reason I found your channel, Alistair. I do get it. I definitely get it. Road Hole, yeah. Al Humphreys. Good evening, Simon. What is your beer of the year or top two if you can't decide? James Hartley, hell of a decision that. That's a hell of a decision. That would take me hours to think about. Some kind of magical double kind of Weizen style, 8% Weizen probably. What would that be? Weihenstephaner Vitus probably would be my beer of the year. And I reviewed that about a month or so ago. There he is. Hello, my cheesy chip loving friends. Right, Nerd in Motion. I'm going to put this comment on the screen because we have had a few comments tonight. First of all, I hope John's still here. I've had a few comments tonight saying, John is not Lord's John anymore. He's called Nerd in Motion. And I said, in reply to that, it's not my place to say. It's John's place to say. So if John is still watching, i.e. the Nerd in Motion, can Mr. John of Nerd in Motion, if he wants to, he doesn't even have to. You can just say, nah, I'm nerd in motion. Maybe chat about maybe chat about life and the world and how things are, or not. But a few people have asked. Slowly putting together another package for you. I have a new beef jerky for you to try. Amazing flavour profile. Travis, yes, Travis, yes. I love them Australian parcels. They are great. Samson, what's up, Si? I'm drinking my second Corona, just finishing at work. He is here. So there he is. John's in. Everyone's saying, hi, John. The legend is in. John. So, Simon, did you review Saltier's Unity IPA and M&S? Tim Howarth, I haven't, but I will, of course. But I've got to go for a wee. Right. I've got an idea. How do I do it? I'm going to try and invite John. I can't do it. Copy. I'm trying to invite John to the live stream. I can't work out how to do it. I'd have to come off the screen on my phone and I'd end up breaking the stream. So, yeah. Oh, he is. He's commenting anyway. Maybe I don't have to invite John on. Right. Nerd in Motion. This is John Lords. You all know John from Lords. The fantastic Stone Crow, extra Stone Crow bitter, which was amazing. So John says, I'm still co-owner of Lords Brewing Co., but I wanted to do something different and I needed a break from and get more family time and do some things I've always wanted to do. Do you know, that is absolutely perfect, John. Basically, what John's saying is, like me, he has other interests like cars. If you've seen some of the car stuff John does on Nerd in Motion, check it out. It's really good. He'll do webcams, you know, lots of like different kind of like, he'll review expensive mouses for your computers, anything. Nerd in Motion. It's exactly that. We're all nerds, aren't we? If you're doing this type of thing, if you've thought up ideas to do on YouTube, you're a nerd, aren't you? And it's a great name for it. Nerd in Motion is a great name, and I think he will have lots of success with it. I'm going for a wee. I've got a Weiss beer out the fridge. Just let the temperature rise up a little bit on it just to get more of that lovely Weiss beer flavour. I'm sure there's lots more comments on this whole thing. Travis, the Nerd Emotion just arrived in the city. Melbourne lived 2 water main tap in today. Real women here. The content of the bin. What? On the train, beer-wise, BrewDog, Lost, Foster's, Steinhauser and Stella. I'm on the tea. No drinking and driving for me. Ken Hogg, €2 super chat. Wishes from Dublin, having a Cobra. Ken Hogg, thank you so very much for the €2 super chat. Really appreciate it. There we go. Nerd Emotion will be doing a few lives soon on his channel with a few beers. This is the thing, see? We're all still drinking beer, aren't we? We don't just fall out of love with beer. So he'll be having a few beers with his channel, but he'll be doing other things with his channel. Brewing's it's tough. It's honestly, if you go into brewing, it's hard. You're either gonna do fantastically well, like the Heinekens, but they took 100 years, the Heinekens, to build up slowly to where they are today. You're either going to do fantastically well, or you're just going to have a life of, like, you know, I've seen it. I've been to job interviews at breweries, and I went for this one job interview, and the person on the other side of the desk said, "I'm employing you because I finally want to make some money. I want to finally turn a profit." And I'm sitting on the other side of the desk and I'm thinking, how are you living? If you're not earning any money, if you're not making a profit, how are you even living, like, you know? And it's such a hard game, brewing. You're either making tons of money or you're making nothing at all. There's no middle ground, like, you know, there's no. And the amount of brewery, honestly, the amount of breweries are like, it's such a tough game. It is such a tough game. Beer cuddles for everyone. What's not to love about beer? Have you tried much of Raiden's Burgers Lagers? Cans, and I haven't. Kenny Joe 7 ASA with a 10 American dollar super chat saying, "Here's a wee bit of money. Cheers, mate." Honestly, Kenny Joe 7 ASA, that is fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that. That made me drink all of my beer, Kenny. Another, look at this. Another Patronus with all the yeast down the side. I must have had them laying down in my fridge. I did. I want all that yeast in my glass, so I've got the bottom. I'm going to pour it out. And I'm going to hope to really... I want all that yeast in my glass. I don't want any left in the bottle. Where is it? There it is. I'm not doing a very good job, am I? Nearly there. We got 240 people in at the Stone Crow virtual pub. Thank you all very much for joining me tonight. My sentiments exactly. Oh, I love the yeast. Oh, my goodness me. What is a beer without yeast, eh? Miracle Brew. Lecro, yeah, 720p. Kenny Jones, so generous. What a legend. Subscriber. No, it's really fantastic. It really is. I love the yeast in beer. You've got to get that yeast out. You really do. You really do. So, while John's here, and while we're all having beers together, and while we were discussing earlier on, like doing the next leg of the beers and bars and pubs of, I would love to do Huddersfield. I would love to do the pubs of Huddersfield. And I reckon the best host of that would definitely be John. Definitely the pubs of Huddersfield. Get up there, get it filmed, suck up the... Because I'll be honest, I don't like the 4-hour car journey, but who does? Who really does like that? I'll suck it up, drive up there, park on John's drive, and then we'll get filming. We'll get out and we'll do the pubs and bars of Huddersfield, and maybe we can do some nerd in motion stuff, because I'm a nerd too. I love gadgets. I love gadgets so fantastically, and we can do some. I'll bring up the Punto, John, and we'll go out. We'll find a test track and we'll put the Punto on a test track, and we'll drive the wheels off it, because it's so fast. That Punto I bought for £500, it's so blooming quick. It is. So we'll take it on a track and we'll just rag it round a racetrack for a bit. It's so fast, that diesel. I've never had a diesel like it. I'll take you around Huddersfield, and Halifax is pretty cool. I've never been to Halifax. Only ever Huddersfield and Leeds. The truckers, bull bars, and kangaroos. Sit, Travis. Yeah. Get the old. They get up on their back legs, don't they? That broke my heart when the Rossini spilled over. Oh, Al, yes. That was yesterday. That was just yesterday. That was bonkers. I was drinking away happy, and then all of a sudden, no, my beer's spilling everywhere. What's up from Key West? Hello, Key West. How you doing? Wendon home. Should do a subscriber meetup in Huddersfield. John, why not? If John is happy about that, if John is happy about a subscriber meetup in Huddersfield, I tell you what, John is a natural host. John will host the pants off it. He's a natural host when it comes to kind of like meetups, and you'll have the funniest time, you'll have the best laugh. You'll have the best laugh with John. I've had the best of times with John. I really have. I'll tell you a story. So we spent the weekend together we went Huddersfield, we did a live stream at Lords, then we went to Liverpool, we went to Glenafric, we did a live stream at Glenafric, and then like the next day, I was driving back down to Wales, and I was near Liverpool. I was in Liverpool, actually. And we went to McDonald's. We went to McDonald's in Liverpool. And I was so tired. I just come round. You know when you're pressing the screen on a McDonald's screen? My brain wasn't working properly. And I come round to John. And I just stood there. And he said, I'll buy you breakfast. And I was like, no. I was like, no, I wasn't standing here expecting you to buy me bread. We just had the roar, and we had the funniest of times. We've had some hilarious nights out. No, we really have. Some of the farting in the lift. Oh my goodness me! In London, that was. It's amazing, isn't it? I met this guy in 2020. Lord's Brewing Company. I met him in 2020. Since then. Since 2020, it's only 2023, we've been to Huddersfield, Liverpool, London. I'm pretty sure we've been somewhere else as well. We've been to a few, and it's like, you know, it's great. I love it. Big Kev, Simon and John once shared a sausage supper once, if my memory serves me correctly. Oh my God. Well, we're both married. Sounds good. Sort of date for it. Absolutely. Big Kev, Footland. Dylan says, do I drink proper job? Yeah, I like a proper job. Proper black IPA, tribute from St. We're all talking about St. Austell beers here. Billy, how are you getting on with the GoPro? Is it a no for the channel? Billy, I am rubbish with new technology. I need to sort out the lighting settings. Look at this. This is an iPhone. I'm in the same conditions. Actually, I'm a lot darker than the GoPro. I did the GoPro in daylight in here with all the lights on, and it still looked dark. And I wanted to pull my hair out. I thought I was upgrading. I thought I was upgrading my camera equipment, but it turns out I was downgrading my camera equipment, and I nearly lost my. I nearly like. I like to get something out of the box, and it works. It just works. I just want it to work. Press go, GoPro, press record. Please, GoPro, sort out the lighting settings as soon as this damn thing comes out the box. I'm like, so frustrated because the sound on this iPhone is okay. The picture is blooming great. Do you know what? I think I fell into a false sense of, like, I've had my iPhone so long now that GoPros must be better. I fell into that trap of, I've had my iPhone 2 years, perhaps it's not good enough anymore. Turns out the damn thing's far better than a GoPro, and I've just blown a few £100 on a GoPro, and I bought a Sony ZV-1. The stabilization sucks. I know, John. We're living in a world, John, aren't we, that you just want stuff to work now. You want the stabilization, the focus, the lighting, the sound. We're living in the year 2023. I want a cheap camera that's got great sound and great video, and I just want to press that, and maybe that's just the iPhone. Maybe I've had it all along with the iPhone. I didn't need to buy a GoPro. Just finished a bottle of La Trappe Quad. Have you ever had it? Wendell Hall. I mentioned it earlier. If you want to have a look to see what I've reviewed on YouTube, I'm pretty sure I have had the Quad. Put in the name of the beer and then put in real ale at the end, and you'll find my videos. Phones do everything you need them to do these days, mate. Do you know what? James Elms, you are so right. The new DJI Pocket is supposed to be really good. I know. Dr. Ortega's in. Yes. The pizza man's in. Dr. Ortega. Cheers from Poland, drinking Tribunal. We also need driverless cars to go to the out-of-town pub and get... Absolutely, I totally agree with you. Anthony says, hello, long-time lurker, first time watching live. What's your thoughts on Weister Fan and Wheat Beer? I love it, Anthony. Went to Munich a good few years ago to do the brewery tour. It's not to everyone's taste, but I love it. Anthony, I agree. I join you in that sentiment. I've not been to the brewery. I would love to go to the brewery. Love it. I'm drinking Weiss beer right now. It may not be the best Weiss beer in the world, but Weiss beer is my daily driver. This is what gets me through a dark Monday evening in November in Wales. It's a fantastic German Weiss beer. We got another super chat, and it's from Nordic Beer Time. Where is it? Hide that one. Thank you very much for everyone's super chats. And this says, hello, Simon. Oh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Hello, Simon. Cheers from us at Leisha Fjorden. We don't listen, but we follow the stream, but going hard on vinyl. Hope you and the followers on the stream have a fantastic night weekend. Skull! Rooney, Jörn, Nordic Beer Time. What's the matter with me? I've met this guy 6 or 7 times. 8, 9, 10 times. And his name is just escaping me. But you know what? They're listening to vinyl. So it doesn't matter. I forgot his name. Big Kev, it's all camera angles. Is it correct you visited Jivik Brewery, Simon? I have. Dr. Ortega. I've been to Jivik Brewery. Fantastic. I love it. I got a story to tell. Can I tell you? Do you mind me telling my story? Right. My story. Hazy Hayes with a £5 super chat. Stone the Crows, everyone. Cheers. Thank you very much, Hazy Hayes. We have another one. We got a few more. I do apologise to go through. We got one from Michael Richards, £10. Hit that like button, guys. Thank you so very much for the £10 super chat. And then we got another one from Nemerton Brewery. Let's like this stream. Every 10 likes is 1 sip. Simon, thank you very much. We got lots and lots of super chats. We got like 4 in a row. That's a first. 1, 2, 3. We got 4 super chats in a row. The last but not least from Bentley, and that is saying, so glad I caught one of these. A bit early for me to pour a pint in America, but so glad to be here. Much love from Texas. Oh, hold on. I think what is no. Oh, what is going on? Hang on. Whoa. Right. It's all gone mad. I just pressed something on the screen. I was like, oh my goodness, 4 super chats in a row. Unbelievable. My apologies. That was old chat. It really was. That was sorry for the technical error. I was about to tell you a story. Where was I? I was about to tell you a really funny story. Stone the Ravens, 290. Owls Humphrey saying 290 likes. Hit the like button down below. Where were we? I was about to say something really funny before I got all confused with those super chat. I don't know what happened. My husband brews craft beers. He was taught by a master brewer. I was about to say something, a story. So I was getting old. That was a senior moment. No, it was a senior. I was pressing all sorts of buttons. Oh! Jack and Nori, tell us a story. We'd love to hear that. Now, is this a real super chat or is it stuff that I've... Živić, it was a story about Živić. Yes, I got it. Right. Remember, if I forget, Żywiec. Ask me about Żywiec and I'll tell you the story. Any decent beer advent calendars? I bought one from White Hag Brewery, Irish brewery. Great beer, one of my favourites. Thank you very much, Sean, for the €5 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I bet I was taught by a master. Perhaps all right. Okay. Would you like to hear a funny story? Here we go. So I went to Poland in, I think it was 2013. It was 2013. Went to put 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And back then, I was a monster. Literally, we'd be waking up, we'd be touring breweries, we'd be in the breweries. I'm literally much worse than I was now. Much worse. And I remember we went to Żywiec Brewery, and then I had to go back. Then we had to go back to the airport after, and I had such a good. I was so tired though, because when you do these tours, literally your day is full. If you've ever done any kind of like beer brewery tour stuff, they always have after parties, and it's all it literally like terrific times. But so we went to Żywiec Brewery, did the tour, drank loads of beer, and then it was like a coach back to the airport, dropping us bloggers back to the airport. And I was I drank on the bus on the way back, having fun, singing, that sort of thing, and drank on the way back on the bus. So of course, go through customs, passport type of thing, into the duty free. And guess this: the duty free in Poland, cheap as chips. They were selling in the fridge cold cans of Żywiec, and bear in mind I just come from the brewery, and I thought, let's carry this party on. Cold cans of Żywiec for €1. €1 for a 500 milliliter can of Żywiec in, I don't even know what airport it was. I can't even remember what airport it was we flew out of back to the UK. So I bought a 4-pack. I bought €4 for 4 beers. Freezing cold, got on the plane, sat down in my chair. I was in the middle, looked at my card, and I was in the middle. Right, sat down, chair either side, and these 2 old ladies sat next to me either side. And I think they were both Polish. Of course, I'm on a Polish airline. They're flying back to the UK. They were probably Polish. But I remember the tutting, because I'd already had a few. I must have seen like, yeah, Sean, yeah, I did. I must have seemed like this drunk guy that I've been out all day, been on the bus drinking, and when I bought 4 cans in the airport to go on a plane, and these 2 ladies, and as soon as we go up in the air, seatbelt sign comes off. I've gone and I've opened a can, and I'm sitting there, honestly, the whole time, all the way back to the UK. But I drank the first can and I fell asleep. So I had my can like on kept my seatbelt on, and I nodded off. And I was kind of like, I did, that whole, I must have been doing this whole like, when you're asleep on an airplane, you're like just like exhausted. And I woke up, I must have been an hour into the flight, and I was dribbling. I was dribbling down my and I had this empty can in my hand, and I just went, and I managed to get it into the can, and then I got another can and cracked the can, and off I went again. Anyway, it might be a funny story to some. It may not be a funny story to others, but I had a jolly good time. I really had a jolly good time. But yeah, long story short, I haven't been on one for a while now. I think was the last one Germany. When was the last? I went to Prague. I went to Prague last year. That was literally another one. That was like literally as soon as you're getting off the aeroplane, I was meeting Radim in the Czech Republic, and as soon as it was literally a handshake followed by opening a beer in the airport, walking through the airport with beers in our hand. It was absolute, and that was another like. I'm going to be honest. Here. The problem with this is some of it's a blur. You can't remember all of it. Some of it's a complete, like you want to remember fantastic times you've had in these countries, but some of it, because they want it. Of course, the thing is, the mentality is, let me have a sip of beer. The mentality is, because these people see you on YouTube, Runs with the Wind has given a £10 super sticker. Thank you so very much, Runs with the Wind. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to be into the witching hour now in 8 minutes. The witching hour is in 8 minutes' time. Please switch your WhatsApp off. 8 minutes' time is the witching hour. We'll talk about the rules and regulations of the witching hour when we get there at 9 o'clock. But first, I feel like we've already got there. But first, I want to talk to you about a story. There's a perception, and the perception is you're on YouTube drinking beer all of the time. So, of course, this has happened to me whether I go to Poland or Czech or Germany or Sweden. The first thing is, "Hi Simon, how are you doing?" It's kind of like that continuously. And okay, I love it. But there is a downside, and that downside is it's almost like, "Hi Simon, how you doing?" Cans opening, bottles pouring. You can't. There's fuzzy moments, There's fuzzy moments. You're like, I wish I remembered that castle at 11 o'clock in the morning. I wish I remember walking around that really nice museum or whatever at 11 o'clock in the morning. But I it's that kind of like that fuzz, that alcohol fuzz that you get. But I do love it. All at the same time. Steve Jeffries opened a bottle of Hoegaarden. Great song by Venom. Witching Hour. Al Humphreys. What's the witching hour? Adam T. Very welcome, mate. Love the channel. Thank you very much. Runs with the Wind. Really appreciate the super chat, super sticker. Really appreciate that. Right. Adam T is asking, what is the witching hour? Right. As you can probably tell by now, I've had a few beers. And like any well-respected pub, you arrive at the pub. Let's say we've arrived at the pub at 7 p.m, which we have done. We're 2 hours in. We've had 3 or 4 beers. Stuff happens, doesn't it? Stuff happens. you know, it's like, what happened to me previous? What happened to me previous was videos. People started screen grabbing and people started recording videos of me slightly inebriated on YouTube, and they were putting all these videos together and putting them out there on YouTube and social media, and they were painting like a very negative picture. You know, me falling asleep. That, because you know that happens. That happens. If I've drunk plenty, I'll fall asleep. It's the natural thing that your body does when it's had too much alcohol. And I say, with the witching hour now, that last hour of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub, 9 till 10 p.m, please don't take any screen grabs. Please don't take any stills or whatnot, or let's all be grown-ups. And please don't put it on YouTube. Let's not be petty. Because you work hard, don't you? You work hard for what you got. And there's people out there that want to take that from you, and they were absolutely kind of hell-bent, like, you know, on taking that away from you. And I think in life, fair enough. If you can work as hard as me, if you can make as many videos as I do in a week and put the effort in and the amount of work that I put in, and you surpass me by being, let's say, a better snooker player or a better Formula One driver, a faster driver than me, or a better footballer, performance I'm talking about. If you can perform as good as I can, then you're very welcome to surpass me and do better than me and achieve all of your life's goals. But if you try and do it in an underhand way, if you try and snippet videos on WhatsApp and send them to your mates and make snarky videos on YouTube and blah blah blah, then you know, I think the general public will work you out. They will work you out. They will realize that you're probably a narcissist, and maybe you should just put your phone away and not do WhatsApp videos about my witching hour, which we're about to enter. That last hour on YouTube, we are about to enter the witching hour. So please, no screenshots, no messing about. Let's just take it for what it is. Let's have fun, like it's a real pub. Bud, this is it. It's for life. Do you keep your beer cold? Yeah, absolutely. Sean says, went a little today. Never been there before, but Simon's beer reviews compelled me. Wanted stout, but all they had was Cower. Ended up risking a Doombar copy. Sharks Bay. Sean, it's all right, Sharks Bay. Anthony's on the Tenants. Cheers with an Amstel in Northern Ireland. Much love, mate, from Llandudno. Tried a brand new stout today from Fauna Brewery. Portering about 5% ABV. Good on tap. Yes, Simon, exactly that. Ghouls at the ready. Yes, ghouls at the ready. Savage Simon says, "'Tis me." From a few guys watching in Bristol, thoughts on Bass? I like it. I like Gravity Bass. I've seen some of the pictures online. I think Bass in Bristol on a keg, cask, hung upside down, gravity-fed Bass is a delightful pint. I really do. My friend Jeremy thinks it's terrible. I completely disagree, especially on Cask. It's lovely on Cask. I've had it on Cask in Bristol and Bath. It's lovely. Maybe you need a special wig when it's witching hour and dark glasses. Glasses work for Superman. Yeah, yeah. That, you know, that's a great. Maybe I make a witching hour hat. A witching hour hat, and I put the witching hour hat on. Can you imagine when these videos go out on YouTube? People will be like, "Oh, hold on a minute, it's the witching hour. He's allowed. It's the witching hour." Here says Shebogan. Big Kev is having a chat with Anthony, and Dr. Ortega is having a chat with Anthony too. Simon says, song by Motley Crue, Ghouls, Ghouls, Ghouls. Oh yeah, there's plenty of ghouls out there. Plenty of ghouls out there that sound like Farmer Giles. Some sad folk about. Weirdo, says John. Yeah, absolutely. I hear for the Rink Sons, absolutely. Dan wants some more noodle videos. I got that beer tonight, says Ben. Tried the Black Hat a few weeks ago, and now my go-to beer, Bonfire Toffee and Easy Drinking Guinness, and a great daily quaffer. Dr. Ortega's talking to Anthony again. And hang on a minute. I think someone's annoyed. We'll leave that one. I think that the annoyed person is always going to be annoyed. Simon, we haven't had a pizza review for ages. I love a pizza and have it 3 times a week. I love pizza too, Big Kev. I'm going to Naples one day, and I'm going to love the pizza in Naples because pizza came from Naples. Got Tenants in the Perfect Draft just now. Gossett in the sub. Sean says it's lock-in time. Like the vape community, always drama. So, Shebogan again. Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Ford says little beers. Just joined. What did I miss? Not much. The craft beer, but not much. I just been gassing on for 3 hours. Johnny's, yeah, it's official. 9 p.m. The witching hour. Screen grab time. Lol. Right. So, I can't go over it all again, Johnny P. But this is called the witching hour. I've had a bit to drink. Let's just crack on, shall we? Let's just leave it as it is. Ben G with a £5 super chat. Hey Simon, really been enjoying your channel recently. Good honest reviews. What do you make of people thinking you have a BrewDog bias? Ooh, that's a really good super chat. Ben G, thanks for the £5 super chat. Where is it? Let's stick it. And Kelly Morton with a £1.99 super chat saying my husband has a 50-litre Speedle. Whoa, that's good. It's really good. Right, there it is. I'm going to leave that up because I'm looking for another beer. I need to go for a wee. I can't, Benji. I'm going to get your comment and your super chat in a moment, but I need a wee. I really do. I'll be back in a moment. How embarrassing is this? There's somebody in the toilet, so I'm going to have a wee in the garden. I'm back. My apologies. I was bursting. I ran all the way up the stairs, and there was a small child. Yeah, I was like, oh God, this can't do. I'm trying to do a live feed. Out the back it is. Right. What do you make of people thinking you have a BrewDog bias? Right. I've made this point out, Benji, many times before. I remember BrewDog when they were a microbrewery, a very small brewery that had a small number of employees, and they were making very different beer, very good beer. Maybe a little bit inconsistent, but generally great beer. It really was some of the best beer. When BrewDog Cardiff opened, I was the most excited man in the world. I went to BrewDog Cardiff at least twice a week. And then it just didn't become BrewDog anymore. I was drinking punk, and I was like, oh my goodness me. And then they lowered the ABV, and then it just becomes another big, massive monster of a company. And it's not the same. It's not the same. The beer was terrific. I will not take anything away from Mr. Watt and Mr. Dickey. They made fantastic beer when that company first opened. It was wonderful, wonderful. Probably some of the best beer in the world. But when you have airlines, and when you have hotels, and when you have breweries in America and Germany and the UK, it's so hard to keep hold of quality, and it's so hard. In the end, it all become a watery mess, if you ask me. And I kicked and screamed, like many other people did, at the prospect of BrewDog becoming the next Heineken. I kicked and screamed, and I threw my dummy out the pram, and I went mad and but they've got plenty of money. They've got plenty of money now. They've made an absolute fortune. And who am I to take that away from them? Do I care? No, of course I don't. Is there many more breweries doing terrific things? Absolutely. Have I discovered German beer, which I probably should have discovered all along? Yeah, kind of did. I'd rather drink a Weiss beer now. I'd rather drink a Weiss beer, or a Dunkel, or a Dunkelweiss, or a Doppelbock. I've learned a lot. Whenever, actually, can I mention this? Really kind of interesting comment. Somebody sent me a comment from Polly's Brew Co. And it was a conversation between a customer and one of the brewers at Polly's Brew Co. And it was something like, what you might have heard online, that the beer is not the same and whatnot, is we had a problem with our fermenter, and blah, 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 as Rubens Barrichello once did. And I've seen it so many times. I've seen it from BrewDog. I've seen it from Thornbridge. I've briefly seen it from Cloudwater, and then they retracted. They went, we don't want to be in the supermarket anymore. I've seen it from so many. I've seen it from Vocation. Vocation were brewing terrific beer. And because I've seen it so many times, I've started to see it when you see, as soon as you see beer from someone like Polly's in the supermarket, I've seen it all before. I'm not stupid. I know what's going to happen. They start off like Thornbridge did, by going into somewhere like Waitrose just to dip their toe in the water with supermarket beer. Polly's went with Marks and Spencer. Dip your toe in the water, see how this supermarket thing works, and then you start to see them in Morrison's, and you know. And then I had one beer. I did have one beer, and I thought this beer from Polly's is like any other supermarket beer. And then, of course, this email, this screen grab came out, email thing. Contrary to what you might have heard from Mr. South Walian, our beer quality is always going to be of a certain quality, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden there's a defense. There's like a big defense. Our beer will be terrific forever. But, I mean, if Polly's decide to go in Tesco's and Morrison's and Asda, and what you will see, as we have seen from BrewDog and Thornbridge and Vocation and everyone else, is that the quality slowly diminishes. And they can say what they like. They can say, like, how many times have I heard that from the top people that the Punk IPA has always been the same. It's the same recipe. It's always been the same. It's the same as it always has been. Yeah, you're not pulling that over my eyes, sunshine. I've been around too long. And the same will go with every single other brewery out there that decides to go in every single other supermarket in the world, is that their beer cannot be the same quality. It can't, because it's volume. It's volume. It's mass-produced volume, and it can't stay at that quality. You can't be a microbrewer in the supermarket. I'm sorry. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. Tell me BrewDog's Punk IPA tastes the same as it did 12 years ago. Let me know. I'm going to go down to all of the new comments and then work my way back. So they basically become everything they originally hated. Can't help but agree, to be honest. And I'm Scottish, hoping Scottish brands thrive, but I can't support. So yeah. And any good mass market beers? The only beer I have is Triple Hazy Jane, which I enjoy. I mean, Hazy Haze, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. No Shipyard, all Punk in spoons, Port Albert the other night, really. Have you tried any Bulgarian beers? I have. Yes, I have. Not easy to get hold of, but Sofia Electric Brewing makes some good stuff. Cheap flights too for real craft beer on tour. Well, that would be an idea, wouldn't it, John F? Are there any good mass market beers? Well, yes. Let the Germans hold your hand. Let the Germans hold your hand and show you how to brew big beer on a mass scale, because and they just know what they're doing. What sold last week? I know. Let's talk about the UK. There was a buyout last week of Hotel Chocolate, and Mars bought them. Now, did Mars buy Hotel Chocolate because they admire the company and they admire what they're doing and they like to buy and eat Hotel Chocolate? Nope, absolutely not. They bought Hotel Chocolate to absolutely say goodbye. Absolutely goodbye. And if it's not a goodbye, it will be we will make your chocolate now in a European country because the wages are too high in the UK. They probably, if you're old enough to remember the Cadbury's buyout, the Cadbury's buyout by Kraft was on the basis of we will always make the original, and this is the word, the original dairy milk bar in Bourneville. And everybody went, hurrah, this is fantastic news. They'll always make the dairy milk in Bourneville. The trouble is, in that very comment, they didn't say that when we put little bits of Oreo bar in the dairy milk, that we can then make that bar in Poland. Or if we put bits of crunchy in a Cadbury's dairy milk, we can then make that bar in Poland. What they said was that they will make the original bar of chocolate, dairy milk, bland, plain dairy milk in Bourneville. And everybody thought lots of jobs were going to be saved. All they did, they just started putting bits of Oreo, bits of crunchy, bits of everything else in that chocolate bar. And it is now not the original chocolate bar, and it's made somewhere else. The problem is with UK successful companies is that we are always looking for somebody to come along and swoop us off our feet. What's happening really is that we're just, I think on a personal level, we're becoming a third world country. We're just like sell. We don't have anything. Apple, America. Google, America. You don't see them going, oh, let's get bought out by someone. They just thrive, don't they? They thrive and they do well and they conquer. Why couldn't, and this goes back all the way to Ben G's original comment and super chat, why couldn't BrewDog conquer? Why couldn't they just carry on with what they were doing and conquer the beer world? Beavertown Brewery, why couldn't they conquer the beer world? Why did they have to sell to Heineken? Same with many Magic Rocks and all the other companies out there. They get to a certain level, they're about to be magnificent. They're about to be absolutely fantastic and magnificent. And what do? Just like Hotel Chocolate. We'll sell out, we'll cash in, and we'll sit on a beach in the Bahamas in the white sand for the rest of our lives. No legacy. For me, there's no legacy. I'd rather leave a legacy than sit on a white sandy beach with blue water under a palm tree. Because you know what? That's going to get really boring one day and nobody's going to remember you for that. I'd much prefer to leave a legacy. Even if I died trying. I loved it when Grandma nowadays, for some reason, bought Burger King, sold a few years later, but was British for a while. Was it really? Warstein is excellent and is hot from Munchen and Portland and doing a bit better. Exactly, John C. Exactly. Because the share will always have in mind an exit price. Of course, Stuart Smith. It's called, yeah, that's right. It's called an exit strategy. Exit price, exit strategy. They are building their companies to go, right, let's get an exit, let's get out of here. And like, it's almost like, I don't know, if they got bored. Are you bored? Can you imagine, like, I don't know, a Formula One team, a snooker player. Let's take a snooker player. Let's take John Higgins. Can you imagine John Higgins winning his first world title in snooker and then saying, I'm bored now. I'm going to sell John Higgins to Mr. Boardroom Man. Here, Mr. Boardroom Man, take my cue. Go on the table and play snooker as good as I can play. Mr. Boardroom man with his big belly. He's going to bend over the table, and he's not even going to choke his cue, and he's going to miss, and everything's going to go everywhere, and it becomes a complete mess. It becomes an absolute complete mess. And that's what happens when these great companies sell out to the big boys, because the big boys, they barely got a clue what they're doing. They really don't. And that's what happened. Mr. John Higgins, once a great snooker player, sold his company off, sold himself off to someone else who's gone, I can play, and made a right balls of it. And literally a right balls of it. And that's what happens. That's what happens. If you're talented, stay talented. Leave a legacy. Leave a legacy. Don't sell out and sit on a beach for the rest of your life. What's that all about? Billy Bass, I totally agree with you. Honestly, if I was child free, I'd be out. I'd be so far gone from this place. So far gone. Simon Great Channel, just watched your Vocation Chocolate Caramel Cookie review. Has your view changed on dessert stouts? Just not your thing. Not really, Ross. Not really a chocolate bar stout type of man. What's your best German lager when you buy a supermarket at the moment? I like a Warsteiner. I like a what we got? Kronbacher. I like a Kronbacher. Google and Apple ain't American, they're countryless. That's how they become successful. All the hardware made in different countries that don't have worker rights. And they can charge cheap. Well, Neil Smith, this is a thing, isn't it? This is a thing. Just buy German beers if these sell out, yeah. Dan's got the munchies. Honestly, Simon, I'd be off living a life of luxury. Really, though? Jonathan Hallsworth. Honestly, and this is a direct answer to you now. Henry Ford. Everybody remembers Henry Ford because he was a car manufacturer who stuck with it, and he made cars and sold cars all over the world. Some of the greatest names in the world. I mean, looking at locally for us, it would be Samuel Arthur Brain. So they were a family of bankers in Wales that opened a brewery. Nobody knew them as bankers. Who's interested in a load of bankers? But when they opened a brewery, and when Samuel Arthur was in charge of the brewery, everybody remembers Samuel Arthur. Even to this day, even like 140 years on, that you go in some pubs, there's pictures of him on the wall. You know, you can see where I'm going now, Jonathan Hallsworth, for this. If you get to a stage and then sell that company off and then go and sit on a beach for the rest of your life, nobody's going to want a portrait of you. Nobody's going to want to remember your legacy. Nobody's going to want to remember you. But if you kind of like push and strive and absolutely push to the limit for the whole of your life, and then you manage to give that to your kids, like Belgian brewers do and like German brewers do, and then they give that to their kids, and then all of a sudden it's a massive company. Then all of a sudden they remember the forefather. They remember the forefather of that company. They remember the idea, that person of that company. And what am I trying to say? I would love to get to a position where I can leave this whole channel to my children. And if they want to carry on drinking beer, the girls, they may not want to do that. I'd be able to leave it to the girls, and they can either carry on with the food reviews, or they can do some beer reviews, or, you know, and then it kind of carries on. And then we go from 71,000 subscribers to 72,000 subscribers. And then we go to 73,000 subscribers. And all of a sudden, that slow build gathers momentum and gathers momentum, you know. And this is my point. It's a slow build. Some of the most successful companies in the world are slow building companies. They're not flash in the pans, sell off, go and sit on a Bahamas beach, and nobody ever wants to paint a picture of you. Nobody ever wants to follow that up with what a great person that was. He ended up being a lazy fucker. I'm going to go and get a drink at that point. Not quite, Tom. We're about to. I worked at Asda, and the other, I got a load of beer stock to put, and one of them was those Aunt Bessie Ales, and it made instantly think of the review you did for them. Private Ryan, perfect. We have Everard's S Great Ales. John C. This is the thing, Everard's. You know, one of these companies. I'd love to drink more Everard's beers. Look at this. I'm finishing off with a Stone Crow. Look at that. Who does that remind you of? I like, I tell you what I like, and he gets a lot of stick. He does get a lot of stick. Jeremy Clarkson. Tell you what, that man, he's another one. He's got to stay busy. I like stay busy people. You know, he's one of these people. I couldn't imagine Jeremy Clarkson sat on a beach too long before he started to get bored. He's always doing stuff. For you girls, and yes, the UK is a mess right now. Ben G, I totally agree. Thank you very much for the. Oh, hang on. Yeah, Dan Derry, we would be, Dan. We would be, but this is called Real Ale Craft Beer. It's not Simon Martin Drinks Beer. And I was very conscious of that to begin with. If I called it Simon Martin Eats Food or Simon Martin Reviews Beer, it would end with me. But I started a Real Ale Craft Beer as a company, as a kind of like, this is something to go forward. Did I ever think it was going to get anywhere? I don't know. Who knows? But all you can do is try. You can just try, can't you? I'm looking for this super... Right, but it is. For you girls, and yes, the UK is... Simon, Everton got deducted 10 points today. I know, Big Kev, I got that at 5:30 tonight. I read the news, 5:30. I still think they'll be okay. There's a few teams down there that they're gone already, aren't they? Burnley, Luton. What's the other team? Is it Bournemouth? I don't know. There's another team down there as well. I think they've got a great man at the helm. I think what Sean Dyche will say to his team is, hey, we've won our last 3 games of football. Let's carry on winning games of football, and we'll move back out of the drop. They'll be. I think they'll be okay. I think come the end of the season, they'll be okay. I think maybe the powers that be wanted them to fail. I think they're building this big football stadium. Maybe Liverpool were, prodding a bit of in the ear hole of the FA. They've spent X amount of money, Yeah, it's an interesting subject, I suppose, Everton losing 10 points, but maybe for another day. Because there's other powers that be. I think there's other things going on. There's other kind of like, oh my goodness me, what have I done? If you think Dishy Rishy's in charge, then I don't think so. I think there's extra stuff going on, Who mentioned it the other day? They put their foot in it, actually. They actually mentioned it. The blonde lady with the, Boris Johnson was having a go at. She mentioned it, didn't she? I think she mentioned it. She put her foot in it, saying it's not. They're all puppets. They're all absolute puppets, type of thing. How is your back garden getting on? Is your back garden finished now, or are you still? Oh, Darren, all the digging's done. No, not trust that other headbanger. Not trust that other headbanger. What's her name? The other. She created the Captain Cuckoo Land. What's her name? Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see her on Bute Street. If you know Bute Street in Cardiff, yeah, you know Bute Street in Cardiff. I wouldn't be surprised to see it. She was in Parliament. What's her name? No, not her. Dan Thomas. The bonkers one. Yes, ADC. Yes, ADC. ADC, Google Bute Street, Cardiff. Very famous street in Cardiff. I wouldn't be surprised to see her down there. Yeah, Stuart. Yeah, or the banking family. Yeah, it's not. Calvin Dixon, absolutely. 2 p.m. kickoff tomorrow. Football's on. So I live close to Hawkston, Conservatory. A lot of pubs in the south of England. I picked up Hawkston since thoughts. Tom, £4.99. Super chat. Thank you very much. Let's put it on the screen. I actually have an awful lot of respect for Jeremy Clarkson. I think that man is one of the most hard-working people I've met. I've never met him, but I've seen on television. He's writing books. He's doing the Top Gear stuff, Grand Tour stuff. He's doing Clarkson's Farm. He's got a farm on the go. He's I think he's one of these people in life, and I fully respect it. He has to be busy. He just has to be busy. I'm the same. This weather, I'll be honest with you. This weather, it's crucifying me. It's rained every single day. And I can't do the things I need to do because of the weather. And because I'm not doing stuff, it's affecting me in a big way. I'm like, I can't sit in a chair and do nothing. I just cannot do that. I always have to be doing something. And I mean that with the greatest of respects. If you're sitting here watching this and that's all you can do, then I apologize to you sincerely. But my brain, I have to be thinking and doing stuff and sticking kitchen units on the wall and knocking walls down and digging gardens out and running YouTube channels. I have to be doing stuff all of the damn time. If I have too much downtime and if I'm sitting in the chair, my brain festering, then it's just that word, I'm festering. I am literally sitting there festering, and I just can't do it. I just can't cope. I can't cope with not doing anything. If I fear becoming really old and not being mobile, not being able to do the stuff that I go for a 6-mile walk every day. I'm literally constant. I'm probably undiagnosed ADHD. I'm probably massively undiagnosed ADHD. Got to have something going on all the time. Walking, doing stuff, cooking, knocking walls down, whatever. My biggest fear in life is being stuck in that chair. You know, and how do we get here? And point is, the reason why I respect people like Jeremy Clarkson is because he has enough money to just sit in a chair if he wants to. But I think he has a very similar mind as I do, and that is that he has to be doing stuff all of the time. Otherwise, he's just going to go mad, you know, he's just going to go type of thing. And I do sincerely apologise, because I am very aware that, of course, there's people watching the channel who may not be able to do as much as I can do. And I kind of definitely appreciate that. Maybe I should go and get an ADHD thing. What happens then, though? This is the reason why I haven't done it. What happens then? Oh, you've got ADHD. What happens then? Oh, we're going to give you a ton of tablets. I don't want a ton of tablets, thank you very much. I'll just deal with it as I deal with it. I'll just always be busy. If I ever end up immobilized, then maybe I'll take some medication to slow my brain down a little bit. But at the moment, I'm quite mobile. Benji, don't worry too. The witching hours. Yeah, absolutely, Trevor. We are totally into it. Have you reviewed the new Korev Lager in Asda? I reviewed Korev Lager in 2011. It's on the channel, have a look. Al Humphreys, the beer's working. Yep. Augustiner is my choice of beer tonight. I gotta go for a wee again. Do you play the guitar, Si? You look a bit like Kurt Cobain. It's a new hobby and will keep you busy. Right, I need it. Sorry. I understand there's 20 minutes to go, but I'm bursting for a wee. Oh, that's better. That's better. 209 people in at the Stone Crow virtual pub. Where are we? Right. Dex Morgan, 2 times. Good to see some OGs on the stream tonight. Danny, yes, exactly that. Stuart says you got this. What is that big ABK Victorian Dynasty? It's a beer pump. It comes with a lovely tap as well. Look at that. 700 years of brewing. Look at that. So there's a tap that goes on the back of there. I really do need to get the maybe I might take it off my blender machine and somehow work out how to. Oh my goodness me, look at this. Yes, look. No. I'm unscrewing something I shouldn't be unscrewing. Let me screw that back up a minute. I nearly put this on the Linda machine. You don't want to see that, do you? Anyway. Where were we? I was about to put the tap on the Linda, wasn't I? William says, we are at nearly 350 likes. Simon, you need to get the light done in that pump on the bar. Not this one. Well, we could do it now, couldn't we? Tom, £1.99 super chat. A local landlord said Cotswold 3.8, Hawkson 3.8. Well, I think it's a very clever thing. I don't have any. I think Jeremy Clarkson has played a blinder. I think he's played an absolute blinder. And if the quality of that lager stays at a pretty decent quality level, then I think he's played an absolute blinder, and fair play to him. Absolutely fair play to the man. For too long, there's been poor lagers in the UK. Your Carlsbergs, your Carlins, your Fosters. If someone comes along with a famous face and goes, I can brew a better lager with a local brewery, and if this plays out okay, we'll start putting in lager fermenters and we'll start expanding the brewery, then absolutely job done. You missed my super sticker, Simon, says Al Humphreys. Right. Al Humphreys, I went for a wee, Al Humphreys. I'm going to go as far back as I can. And, oh, man, I can't even see it. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go all the way back through the comments because I've gone through as far as I can. What I'm going to do, I'm going to apologise to Al Humphreys, and I'm going to say I dearly missed your super sticker, but thank you very much for the super sticker. Tom says exactly right, but it's very much a of course, Tom, of course it's a marketing thing. It's massively a marketing thing, but if it's a decent tasting lager, then I'm all for it. I am absolutely all for it. If that man's put his face, Hawkston, all the adverts, all the jokiness, all the... What you got to look at, you will know. Never mind, I'm a big time. Have a look. If you want to see Jeremy Clarkson as a genuine person, have a look at his Instagram account at Christmas time. have a look at his Instagram account at Christmas time. He's literally living in the pub. He's literally living in the pub at Christmas time. He's sending videos of him drinking beer with his farming community, and it's not. I don't believe it's fake. I don't believe it's fake. I think that man at Christmas time in the Cotswolds, wherever it is in the Cotswolds, it's a quiet, sleepy village. Everyone knows him. He's not going to get bombarded by tourists and people wanting to get signatures, and he is genuinely taking videos of himself having a good time in the pub, and that's my own observation of it. It might be a fantastic marketing tool, it might be, but I think he's just having a good time in the pub. I really do think that. If you look at like the other Grand Tour people, I think that's more fake. I think the other two are a little bit more faker than Jeremy Clarkson. I think Jeremy Clarkson, Christmas time, he's at it and he's making videos about it. And of course, that's great marketing. That is great marketing. Cat Brew's having homemade Baileys. Awesome. Well done. Well done. It's nice. It's not fake. He's always in the pubs here. Tom, I can tell a million miles off that it's not fake, because I know a drinker when I see one. It's absolutely not fake. So I had an Aldi IBA laced with grapefruit. You hated 6.5. I liked it, lol. I'm having it to drink my homemade blackberry port, which I thought was nice. Not sure you like it. All this fruited stuff. Give me malted barley. Who's tried Christmas pudding walkers, Chris? I seen them. I reckon 2 years ago, Hugh, I would have been all over that. 2 years ago, I would have been all over that kind of gimmicky, crisp stuff. And it's almost like I've grown wise to it. A bit like the KFC stuffing burger that everybody wants me to review. I'm a bit like, it might do well for 2 weeks and then everyone's bored. And then in January, it will be discontinued and nobody will be eating it and nobody will remember it ever again. And it's a bit, I'm seeing the food now a bit like I see. I used to see like the Cloudwaters with their version 1 of double IPA, version 2 of double IPA, version 3, version 4, version 5, version 6, all the way up to like version 12. I was like, oh, I'm going to step out of this. I'm not going to review this anymore, because in a month's time, version X is going to be out and nobody's going to want to watch the beer that I paid £7 for just a month ago. And yeah, so I stepped out of that arena. I stepped out of the arena of constantly on the chase for very limited things that are only on the shelf for a few weeks. I kind of went, you know what? I'll leave that to other people. I realised, like, German beer is terrific. I love it. But I realised with the German beer is that it's there forever. Weisterfanen, some of the Belgian stuff, Brewery Hugh, that sort of thing. Sorry. they're going to be around forever. Will the KFC stuffing burger be around in 2 weeks' time, 3 years' time? But no, it won't. And if it is still around on Christmas Eve, will anybody be interested in it? No, they won't. So I took that kind of hard decision to go, nah, you can keep your stuffing burger all you like. They're good. I give them 4 Santas. Paul, yeah, older and wiser, I suppose. Yeah. And I used to call it like chasing my tail. Grab another beer, side. The night is young. William, where have I put it? Here. I am drinking a beer. Oscar and Olive, do I dye my hair? If you dye your hair, which products do you use? Does this, let's find some grey bits. Hang on a minute, let's find. Hang on, this backwards, let's find. Can you see? Maybe I'm less stressed these days, I don't know. There was plenty of grey bits in there. Now, this is my hair. Oscar and Olive, this is my, you're bound to see some grey in there. You're bound to see some grey. There's definitely some grey in there. I haven't dyed my hair. This is my hair. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. Big Kev, I totally agree. Sean Dice will keep Everton up. I always thought Sean Dice would make a great copper. Yeah, he'll keep him up. Only in the roots. I don't know what that means. I wish I had that much hair, said Dan Williams. It's everywhere. My hair literally is literally like, it's like, my hair is bonkers. I tried shaving it and it just like gets thicker and thicker and thicker. It's like some kind of oak tree coming up my head. He uses oaty, biscuity, nutty conditioner. Hey, I tell you what. If anybody tells you beer is unhealthy, well, is it that unhealthy? I might have a face like a beetroot, but I've got colourful hair. Sean says get a haircut. So what a great night again, top man, love it. Thank you very much. It is like 5 to 10. Right. It's 5 minutes to 10. If you guys have any wonderful comments to leave me, then please do. I'm going to be going at 10 p.m. in 4 minutes' time. Oh, and thank you, Oscar. Thank you. I'm going to be going in 4 minutes. So if you've got anything to say to me live in the next week, I'll be back next week. But if you've got anything live to say to me in the next 4 minutes, now's your chance to do so. I got it out in the end, finally. Funky said I need to drink 2 litres of lager. I think I've had plenty. I remember Simon Hicker way back when he looked like Forrest Gump. I did, Big Kev. Yeah, I did. Yeah, terrible. Army haircut. Thoughts on the F1 in Vegas? Seems like a farce. Matt, I think on a personal level with the F1, I think that it's the next logical step. They'll go to places where they've been, big money countries. Big money countries. Get it out there. Flog the hell out of it. It's a business. The drivers are like, yeah, I'm racing a car, but it's big business. It really is. Yeah, Benji, absolutely Arabia. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. They will be there, yeah, with no hands, trying to turn the steering wheel, because they robbed someone. Thanks for the great night, Simon. Bottle fed my daughter twice. Felt like 5 minutes. Son of the Crochet, Sergio Martin. Sergio! Yes, Sergio. I've been there. Wonderful, wonderful times. It really is wonderful times. F1 pothole. What's the next big thing? Says Jock Strap. The next big thing is probably 15-minute cities. Yeah. No cars. Jump on the train, 15-minute cities. I think we're going to go back to the 1900s pretty quickly. I think businesses, if you think back to the Industrial Revolution, you lived in a flat above the shop. I think that was probably perfect, if I'm honest. Perfect way. I mean, like, school teachers make me laugh. School teachers, they'll come, like, I live in a deprived area called Caddixton, and every single school teacher that worked in the school that I was a caretaker of, I mean, I used to walk 2 minutes that way, and I was the caretaker of Caddixton School, and I thought that was flipping brilliant. I could walk to work in 2 minutes, job done, no car, no stress, thank you very much. Some of the school teachers were driving like 40 minutes to get to the primary school. In honesty, I think that's bananas. Absolutely bananas that people are using all that fuel on a daily basis to get back and forth to school because they live somewhere else. I think it should be very much a community thing. Your school, your teachers lived in the community where they taught. They buy from the shops. They drink in the pubs. Some of them will probably think, "Oh no, I want to get away from that. I want to drive 40 minutes away from that." Well, tough luck, tough flipping luck, because I didn't get to do that as the caretaker. I get to go in the pub and I see all the mothers and the fathers, and we all, "Oh, you're the man that locks the gate at the end of the night," you know. And why is it that these teachers have to drive 40 minutes away from their school? Personally, I think, nah, that's just ridiculous. Right. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going. I've said enough. I've been in enough trouble. I've said enough witching hour stuff to make somebody very happy on WhatsApp. He'd be rubbing his hands together in glee. I'm going now. Right. Thank you very much. Stone the Crows. Boom. Cheers.